All right, so this is going to be a short little video, but it's designed to give you some ideas that you can apply to your playing right away. And this is one of those things I stumbled upon early on into my playing, and it just kind of blew my mind. I'm always trying to remember what are those things that I can share. And this is one of them. It's very simple. We're going to be basically just looking at bending strings. And depending on how hard you bend, you get a different sound. So if we play a major pentatonic sounding bend, it would sound like this. Right? That's a major sort of happy sounding bend. Now if I overbend though, that's a full bend. So that means I'm going up 2 frets from where I started. Now if I go bend and a half, from that same spot, putting my, I didn't move my fingers at all. I'm still in major pentatonic scale pattern 1 neighborhood, but by overbending, I go into a much bluesier minor pentatonic sound. And so that's basically what we're going to be looking at. And so what I'm playing here would be the D major pentatonic scale pattern 1. So let's get that first. It sounds like this. Right? And what I like to do is connect that to a chord shape so I can easily find it in the future. And I connect it to this A shape. This is out of the cage system. Now that's a D chord, but I'm playing it using the A shape. And I look at this little triad. That triad lives inside, can't say that word, lives inside of major pentatonic scale pattern 1. You can see it right in there. And when I realized that, that was a big moment for me because it made it easy to find major pentatonic scale pattern 1. I can just find the chord and then I can go right into that scale pattern. So there's 2 strings we're going to pay attention to. We're going to pay attention to that second string. So that'll be on the 10th fret. It's part of that pattern 1 of the major pentatonic scale. And again, it's a full bend. Now, when you're new to bending, that's difficult to do, to bend it and try and be accurate. You're trying to hit this note. Remember, a full bend is 2 frets higher than where you start. So, see, even there, I overbend it a little. I could tell it's a little sharp. But muscle memory will kick in the more you do of this, and you'll be able to do it pretty quickly. So that's a full bend. A bend and a half comes up to here, to this note. This note is in minor pentatonic scale pattern 1. Right? So hopefully you're seeing what's going on. When I'm bending to that note, I'm bending it into the minor pentatonic scale, even though I'm starting in the major pentatonic scale. That's how that works. And when you hear B.B. King use that, which he does that quite a bit, he'll be in the major. And then he'll go into the minor pentatonic scale, but he is very clever at blending those two. And so that's really where I'm going with this, is it's blending the major and the minor pentatonic scale through this bend. This is a good place to do it. And it's because you're not really even moving your hand into a different position. You're just bending harder than you normally would be. Just remember, when you do your normal full bend, you're still in the major pentatonic scale. But when you do a bend and a half, you're going into the minor pentatonic scale. The other one we're going to pay attention to is on the 3rd string here. If I do a full bend on the 3rd string, it sounds like that. Happy, major, right? Now I can bend that one a bend and a half. You can see it went into the blues. Still on the same neighborhood. We're still in that major pentatonic scale pattern 1, but I'm overbending to get that sound. So the next time you're playing a blues or playing a lead of any kind, and you just want to work in a little bit of blues without even stepping out of bounds, you could still stay in the same little zip code. You can just bend a little harder on those 2 strings. There's other places you can do it, but those are 2 obvious ones. Just bend a little harder and play around with that, because you'd be surprised how much music you can make just on those 2 strings, the 3rd string and the 2nd string. I stepped down to the 4th string for a spot there, but anyway, you get the point. Well, hopefully that's given you an idea of something you can try. Put on a jam track, try it out. Just remember, if you're new to bending, it's going to be difficult to try and get that bend, but you just got to keep pushing, and you can do that. You'll build up muscles and you'll be able to do it easily. And if you happen to break a string, well, as Buddy Guy says, if you're not breaking strings, you're not playing guitar. And so that's just part of it. So, all right, we'll see you in the next video.